beautiful people, it's your TTA Pro, Mr. O, back with another episode. Today هنحل مع بعض امتحان EST Advanced Writing Test number 18. Tips, tricks, rules, كل حاجة انتوا عايزينها. نبقى سقف الستارة. Get a nice color in here. Let's begin. Question number 1. Okay, so بالنسبة ل question number 1, look at idea number 1. أو لو شايفين idea number 1 here. Long before she was known for her innovative guitar playing and her songs became standard in American folk music, comma. This is a dependent clause. If you see here, before كذا. So before that بنحسبها كconjunction. So this is a dependent clause وبعد ال dependent clause المفروض يجي لي على طول subject to verb. ما ينفعش نقول كلمة comma and هنا. A is incorrect. Comma and محتاجة two independent ideas. A is incorrect. الإجابة بتاعتي إجابة B. Dependent clause, comma, subject and verb. Check. إجابة A و C زي بعض ودي برضو كلهم نفس المشكلة. ليه؟ عشان كل دولت A و C ودي محتاجين two independent ideas. زي ما احنا قلنا, the answer here is B. Question number 2. Okay, so for everything I play for y'all tonight, she would later tell her audience, comma, thinking back to her beginnings, comma, I give myself credit. I don't see a problem here, right? So لو مش شايفين problem, we just check the answer choices. Like for example, B ناقص الكوم هنا في الآخر وده غلط عشان المفروض يجي لي بقى لو حد بيكلم comma quotation. So B is incorrect. C نفس المشكلة ناقص الكوما. And then D عندنا هنا comma preposition و comma preposition طول عمره fragment. So here we're going to say answer A. So when you're stuck ومش عارفين بالظبط ايه المشكلة, I mean ممكن أحجز إجابة A وأشوف بس باقي الإجابات وأدور على problems في الإجابات دولت. Question number 3. Combining sentences. Cotton was born in 1893. I guess ممكن نقول and was only 8 when she taught herself to play her brother's banjo. When Cotton was born, well هنا when Cotton was born, so أما اتولدت, right? أما اتولدت علمت أخوها. No, illogical. Although Cotton was born, بس فين contrast. She was born in 1893 semicolon. بس كده ما عملناش حاجة. عشان semicolon هو ال period, so كده ما عملناش حاجة. Born in 1893. Our answer here is D. I'm gonna modifier شلنا redundancy. Very easy sentence to read. Question number 4. ده السؤال pronoun, وعشان ده السؤال pronoun بنعمل ايه؟ بندور على noun. So we have to find out, well, she flipped the banjo upside down, developed her own idiosyncratic way of playing the banjo, because she's playing the banjo. Noun هنا is the banjo, or banjo ده singular. Be logical. What is she playing? She's playing the banjo. She's playing music. هنا نقول إجابة C. Question number 5. Aizin, which choice best completes the explanation of Cotton's method of playing? Okay, so عايزين نشرح هي بتلعب ازاي. So we need to explain how she plays. Her technique was distinctive, not simply because she was a left-handed musician, but because she... Okay, so we're talking about her technique here, and it was distinctive. مش بس عشان she's a left-handed musician playing right-handed, but because. So عايزين نوري ازاي هي بتلعب البانجو بالright hand. Or excuse me, ازاي بتلعب البانجو وهي اساسا left-handed, بتلعب بالشمال. Adopted the unconventional method of wrapping her right hand around the instrument's neck and playing with both her right thumb and fingers. When she applied this technique to the 6-string acoustic guitar, the result was melodic and technically high fluent style that would become a signature sound. So it's explaining the technique, okay? Had the habit of whistling while playing. Well, المشكلة دلوقتي في إجابة B. So let's say we like answer A. So we like answer A, but because here, once you applied this technique to the guitar, so she's playing the technique with her sound. فإيش دخل whistling في الموضوع? There's no support for whistling. There's no support برضو she came from a musical family. ما كلمناش على كده في explanation of her playing the music and wasn't a learner. No, answer is A. Again, answer A lay. We're talking about how she's playing بالleft hand, although الانstrument right-handed. وبتقول بقى ازاي تطبق الموضوع ده by wrapping her hand around the instrument's neck. And then here it discusses بيقول لي this technique. So لازم يشرح لي technique. Number 6, we want to transition from this paragraph to the next one. Okay, so the cotton style. So بيقول لي the next paragraph. So whole number 6. So نهار شوف the next paragraph. The cotton style incorporated elements from African American musical tradition. Freight Train was a song Cotton wrote when she was only 11. Blends the sings along quality of folk music with a quick rhythm of ragtime. So next paragraph بيشرح لي Cotton style, okay, as it later became known. بيشرح لي Cotton style. So let's go back to the original sentence. She applied this technique to the six-stringed acoustic guitar even though she was so young. Well, it's not a good transition, right? عشان we talk about she's young, okay, but ازاي بيساعدنا ننقل الباراجراف اللي بعديها. As she would a few years later. Answer here is B. Why? She's playing the technique on the guitar. صح? As she would a few years later. Now, in the next paragraph, بيتكلم عن cotton style وازاي how later it became known to be كذا. So this is a good connection. ده الconnection الوحيدة اللي عندنا. Bailey جابت شايفين جابت C. We're talking about money بس ما فيش money mentioned. She was also taught to herself to play. Again, ما فيش support, ما فيش connection. الconnection أو الإجابة الوحيدة عندها connection is answer B. Question number 7. The result was a melodic and technically highfalutin. So highfalutin is informal. مش ماشية مع الcontext, مش ماشية مع الtone. Recondite, too strong. Again, مش ماشية في الستايل. Complex. شايفين ازاي اغلب الوقت الكلمة بتبقى كلمة متوضعة، كلمة عادية, nothing too difficult. Labyrinthine برضو الكلمة ديت over قوي بالنسبة للستايل الموجودة هنا في الباسج. Question number 8, which characterizes the quotation that follows in the sentence? So عايزين a characterization of the quote. What does that mean? Which characterizes the quotation? How can we describe the quotation ده? How can we describe this quotation? Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm going. Okay. Let me actually go back here. It's fine. Locomotive that would humble by. Okay. So freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm going. Okay, so let's see the original answer. She captured both the sound and speed of its passing. What is its passing? The locomotive. يعني a locomotive? A locomotive is a freight train. قطر. Okay, so you have these connections here. Sound and speed, a whole round run so fast. Passing as well as the possibility of escape. Again, possibility of escape. جاية هنا, they won't know what route I'm going. So here we have a lot of connections. هنا نقول إجابة A. The merriment of springtime, unmentioned. Joys of childhood, off topic. Solemnity of trains passengers, off topic. عشان ده مش جاية في الquotation اللي بعديها. We talk about the freight train. الإجابة بيتكلم عن its بيتكلم عن locomotive. So we have a connection here. صح? And then also here, it captured the sound and speed, right? Again, sound and speed run so fast. And then here, we talk about possibility of escape and the connections جاية هنا. Don't tell what train I'm on and they won't know. So lots of connections هنا for answer A. دايما في أسئلة زي دولت لازم ندور على some sort of connection. As a granddaughter of a freed slaves herself, right? عشان ده reflective pronoun يرجع للsubject. Granddaughter is a girl, feminine, أنثى, herself. عايزين pronoun مؤنثة. Answer B, question number 10. She would encourage her audiences to sing along with her too. Do we have a problem? I don't see a problem. I like answer A, along for عشان لا along with. Alongside with. along with معناها alongside. So he wouldn't say that. And for preposition غلط. So answer C is redundant. هنا نقول answer A. And finally number 11. The writer wants to add the following sentence to this paragraph. By the time she first performed publicly, she was a grandmother. Okay. By the time she first performed. So لازم نتكلم عن قبل ما تعمل performance publicly. Okay, so here, look, as it happened, Cotton was involved a nearly 50-year detour away from playing the guitar. يعني بطلت, right? So after sentence 1, by the time she first performed publicly, she was a grandmother. She still remembered the songs though. صح؟ عشان بيقول ده indicate بقى لها فترة تلعبش أول ما لعبت لسه فاكرة songs. So here we're going to say answer A. So this was passage 1. Now we're going to continue into passage number 2. هنا في البداية أهو we're dealing with apostrophe S or S apostrophe. لازم يجي بعديها noun كده, right? So if you're going to do apostrophe S or S apostrophe, لازم يجي بعديها a noun, right? So is to translate speakers words. مش عايزين apostrophe هنا عشان مفيش noun بعديها. So speakers يمتلك words, right? So here we're gonna say answer A غلط. أغلب الوقت برضو double apostrophe كده بيبقى غلط. The speakers words I like here answer B. هنا إجابة C غلط words عشان بعدين لازم يجي noun مش موجودة. And answer D speakers هنا عملها plural. بس هنا بيقول لي the job of the interpreter is to translate the speaker's words. So احنا بنتكلم عن one speaker مش كذا speaker. So هنا نقول answer B, question number 13. The words were spoken. Okay, so again, this is a verb question. We want to check the tense. We want to check subject verb agreement. Interpreter is to translate. Present tense. She is one. شايفين is و is. So هنا برضو عايزين نعمل verb present. A غلط past. B غلط past. D غلط future. Our answer here is answer C, R. So when you're dealing with verb tenses, make sure you check for tense. You check for agreement. Question 14. Okay. هما candidates هما job seekers. المرشح نفسه الشغلانة. So we have redundancy. A is redundant. Show هو demonstration. B redundant. Looking for jobs show. I'm sure C is redundant. Demonstrate على طول. Lots of redundancy for the answer choices. Number 15. So here number 15 أنا بقرأ الجملتين لقيت عندي two independent ideas. ليه بندور على عدد independent ideas؟ ده السؤال punctuation. So we have two independent ideas. Idea number 1 أهو. Idea number 2 أهو. Now هنركز على إجابة B وإجابة C. الكولون بنستخدمها for two وبرضه السيميكولون. نقول A غلط عشان comma ما بين independent غلط وإجابة B غلط عشان ده run on sentence. So here we're going to go with answer C عشان here look. You, an interpreter, must be able to translate from two acquired languages into an interpreter's main or native tongue. Independent idea. All three languages must be among the organization's 6 official ones. Independent idea. It's not an explanation. It's another idea على فكرة. So هنا نقول إجابة C. Number 16. هنحط sentence for Finn. Before an interpreter can be hired by the UN's interpretation service, the organization screens candidates to ensure that they are both multilingual and impartial. So ده جاية في البداية. Okay. So هنحطها before sentence number 1 عشان هنا بيقولي before SSN they're hired لازم يعملوا screening candidates. They have to screen the candidates. جميل. And then if you go back to the text لبداية sentence number 1 بيشرح لي بقى السكريننج ده. So بيقول لي لازم نعمل screening بعد كده من sentence 1 بيشرح ايه هو السكريننج اللي بيعملوها. So نقول ايه before sentence number 1. Question number 17. The work of translation is always difficult, but blank cognitive demands are amplified. What are we talking about دلوقتي؟ شفتوا أنا قلت زي blank عشان بفكر well إيه هو الكلمة ممكن نحطها هنا. The work of translation. So بتكلم عن translation هنا. So the work of translation is always difficult, but translation's cognitive demands are amplified. So we're talking about أول اسم نفسه it is translation. So هنا نقول إجابة C it's. A غلط plural, B غلط they are plural, C غلط عشان ده معناها it is ومش نافعة جوه في الجملة. We're going to go to question number 18, which sets up the information that follows. Which sets up the information that follows in the paragraph. So here, for example, because Russian verbs come later in sentences than English ones do, presenting a Russian speech in English requires an interpreter to listen for the end of a sentence before beginning to translate it into English syntax, all while continuing to follow the original speech. So الجملة ديت بيقول ازاي هم لازم يسمعوا الجملة كلها قبل ما يترجموا عشان السنتكس نفسه. سنتكس يعني تركيبة الجملة مختلفة. So for example عربي احنا بنقول الاسم بعد كده الصفة، بس الانجليش بنقول الصفة بعد كده الاسم. So لازم يستنى لغاية تخلص الجملة عشان يفهم الفكرة. So which sets up the information؟ أنهي واحد بقى هيشاور لي على information ده؟ The words and syntax of different language must be aligned instantaneously. Our answer is A. So let's check this out, right? Let's make connections. The words and syntax of different languages. Okay, and we talk about here syntax all while continuing to follow the original speech. It's all right here actually. So عشان بيقول لنا واحد بيكلم بدي Russian speech in English لازم بقى نقعد نسمع كل حاجة عشان نقدر نعمل translation، ولكن في نفس الوقت لازم نعملها on the spot. ما عنديش وقت أعمل أي حاجة، وده instantaneous. Instant, right? Instant. Answer B, interpreter with inadequate training and experience may make costly mistakes. We don't talk about mistakes enough in text. Languages that may be unfamiliar. Again, احنا بندي example on language we are familiar with. And then again احنا اتكلمنا عن تأثير سوء التفاهم مثلا في الترجمة وكل حاجة. We didn't talk about this. So here we're gonna go with the answer A, question number 19. ده سؤال transition. شايفين بقى هنا the word choices of you and interpreters blank can have far-reaching effects. It's actually a comma here. شايفين ازاي جاي في topic sentence now, right? والtopic sentence ده transition جاي ما بين double comma. That means بربطها مع الباراجراف اللي قبليها. Okay, so جاي في topic sentence بالdouble comma بربطها بالباراجراف اللي قبليها. So هنا we're adding information. الeffects بتاع translator, more jobs of the translator. So هنا نقول إجابة A عشان he's adding to the main idea or to the main discussion. عكس إجابة B و C مفيش حاجة عكس. For instance, هنا is too specific. Moreover, when we add extra information, Question number 20, which combines the sentences. The latter wanted to be known simply as Macedonia, but this caused protests from Greece. What Greece said was that, okay, but this caused protests from Greece because, I assume, ممكن نستخدم كلمة because, and Greece, no, and مش عايزينها صح، عايزين and مش عايزينها. But Greece protested that such naming. Okay. Answer B. المهم شلنا الاكسترا information ده، redundant information ده، وده اللي عملناها هنا. And الconjunction هنا مش مظبوطة. Leading to Greece saying that it. الفلوينسي هنا مش مظبوطة. عشان but بيورينا الرد الفعل عكس رد الفعل، وده اللي عايزينه. صح. So here we're gonna go with answer B. Conjunction ده مهم. Which choice is most consistent with the way the work of you and interpreters is characterized throughout the passage? لو قرأنا الباسج هنعرف بيترجموا بسرعة و on the spot وسريع. صح. So let's check this out. Negotiations on the issue were nearly derailed when interpreter showing little awareness. But again, السؤال بيسألنا which is most consistent with the way the work of you and interpreters is characterized. We know they translate very fast, they translate on the spot. Correct. So answer A عكس interpretation ده. Answer A عكس information ده. Because they discuss them as translating fast, quickly, on the spot, accurately. AX trying to translate fast-paced speech accurately at the moment it was delivered. طبعا إجابة بتاعتنا إجابة B وده characterization في الباسج كلها. Answer C. Attempting to translate among languages. I mean, answer C مش characterization. Characterization يعني ممكن نوصفها ازاي. How can we describe it? Answer D. Possibly forgetting which nation held which point of view. مستحيل برضو. So here we're going to go with answer B. Question number 22. See, sometimes we only error, disconnect, and then it reconnects again. So that's a cool little system we have. If this incident highlights the perils of diplomatic language interpretation, though, in addition to underscoring, I mean, this is a fragment. عشان هنا, if this incident highlights the perils of diplomatic interpretation. كل ده dependent clause. So عايزين بعديها comma subject and verb. هنا بيقول لي in addition to underscoring ما فيش comma subject verb هنا. So answer A is incorrect. B incorrect. C incorrect. إجابة D بدينا بقى comma subject verb اللي أنا عايزه. Here we're going to hit you with answer D. Passage number 3, the younger dryas. So we're going to go jump to question number 23, the cause of the sudden reversal of the warming trend. Okay, so exhibit B, for a long time at great length. You see here, long debated, right? So redundancy, have argued, debated, redundancy. So here we're going to say answer A. Question number 24. Okay, so هنا بيقول لي الفاكتورز دولت multiple factors دولت يعني they meet أو بيجمعوا. They meet or بيجمعوا. So we won't say a junction عشان junction ده زي مثلا crossroads or socializing. No, it's confluence. And confluence means لما في كذا factor بيجمع مع بعض وبيطلع نتيجة. Question number 25. This is a verb-based question. Okay, so here, and برضو عايزين parallelism of verbs. At the end of the Ice Age, glaciers melted, causing old fresh water to flow in the Atlantic and disrupt. To flow and disrupt. Parallelism of an infinitive verbs. Question number 26, which is a transition to the rest of the paragraph. So عايزين نشوف the rest of the paragraph الأول. In the model, the freshwater entering the Atlantic did not by itself cause enough cooling in accounting for the young dryas. Okay, so little misspelling. So we're talking about a problem here. عشان بيقول لي ايه هو الموديل ما عملوش, what the model did not do. So did not itself cause enough cooling. So we're talking about a problem here, and so we're going to go with answer B. They found a problem with the ocean current theory. They found a problem with the ocean current theory. Other computer models measured the possible effects of either. Yeah, so here we're going to go with answer B because we're discussing a problem. Question number 27. Gerund versus infinitive in accounting for, accounting to, accounting to, account for. And here, the freshwater entering the Atlantic did not by itself cause enough cooling in accounting for, no, to account for. It's easier to say. ده السؤال الوحيد اللي بقوله لطلابي. لو عندكم gerund عندكم infinitive, go by how it sounds. Go by how it sounds. Question number 28. This is a transitional question. نشوف أول idea هنا. So هنا بيحاول يقول حل, but none of these models provided a good fit. So we still have a contrast. الجملة ديت بيشرح لنا shortcoming للجملة اللي فاتت. So بيشرح لنا عيب. So here we're going to say still. When you use still, it describes a problem. It describes a shortcoming. A ترتيب, B second example, C عكس تماما, right? Let's go to question number 29. But when researchers design, I think we're dealing here, a computer model, comma, that fragment, my answer here, we're going to go with answer C, right? A غلط, comma, that, B غلط عشان that, comma, verb. ما ينفعش نفصل that من الverb برضو, which creates a fragment, نفس مشكلة مع D. So here we're going to go with answer C. Question number 30, which provides accurate information from the figure. So عايزين نقرا بس الجملة الأول. As the model includes freshwater infusions and stronger negative radiating forces, forcing after 400 years, the air temperature and maximum strength of the AMOC began to fall. So after how many years did it begin to fall? So the surface maximum strength of AMOC, okay, after 400 years, but say 400, right? After 100 years, so this is the one we're going to focus on, by the way. Okay. So الفالling بيبدأ من هنا. So we're going to say after 100 years عشان 300 هنا with 600 هنا. This is not the beginning of the fall. This is the beginning of the fall. And it's about 100 years. Question number 31 برضو مطلوب مننا graph, both very widely over a period of about 1,000 years. Okay. Uh, so I guess let's see here. Are we talking about Amak برضو? So from I guess after it falls up until 1200 رفع تاني نفس الحاجة هنا. After it falls بيقع بس after about the year 1200 the year 1000 بيرفع تاني. So after about 1,000 years بيرفع تاني. So it didn't go. I think answer A can بيقول لي إيه very widely. It's not varying widely عشان بيورينا it's still low. So A no, drop lower. No, it remained low though. صح. It remained low. بعد كده طلع تاني. Number 32. Number 32. These results match the geological record well and are not reflected. So this is also here we're dealing with a fragment. These results match the geological record well. نشيل ده and are. Right? I should match and are. And هنا بيcombine these two verbs فما ينفعش نحط punctuation قبليها. هنا نقول إجابة B باقي إجابة fragments. And finally number 33. In younger guys, by studying preposition punctuation طول عمره غلط. A غلط, comma preposition غلط, colon preposition غلط. My answer is D. My answer is D. ابعدوا عن punctuation بالpreposition. So this was passage 3. Let's go to passage 4. All right, so passage number 4 نبدأ هنا verb question يا إما نركز على tense or subject verb agreement. Okay, so but her importance as a theorist of what differentiates human thought from computer programs, preposition يتشال, her importance are nah. A plural, B plural, C plural, إجابة دي الوحيدة ده singular form. Let's go to question 35, which combines the sentences. See, in this commentary, ليه بنقول she wrote a commentary برضه بقول in this commentary ليه أقول نفس الحاجة مرتين, right? See, when a computing device was proposed, Lovelace wrote a commentary about it, redundancy. She wrote about proposed device in her commentary, redundancy. C is the best one. In her commentary on a proposed computing device, شايفين زي ما فيش redundancy. Lovelace wrote very direct sentence. هنا نقول إجابة C, number 36. Another verb-based question. According to this test, a computer program was judged intelligent only if it is capable. بنتكلم عن capabilities, so ما ينفعش نقول was or would or had can be. عشان بنتكلم عن capabilities. So نيجي نتكلم عن capabilities حاجة نقدر نعملها بنستخدم can or could. Question 37. A transition from the previous paragraph to the sentence that follows in the paragraph. So previous paragraph بيكلمنا عن test صح؟ test عملوها. So the following paragraph, let's see, another test. So we're talking about tests, right? So answer A. No, we're not talking about tests for answer A. Answer B. برضو not a test. I think it's answer D. The Lovelace test is neither the first nor the only established standard of artificial intelligence. So here's the connection. بيكلمنا عن test في اللي فات وكلمنا عن test في اللي بعديها. So here we're going to go with answer D, number 38, which sets up the information provided in the next two sentences. So here in the next two sentences بيتكلم عن problems. We cannot determine its assessment of intelligence based on users' reactions rather than programs' knowledge. So here we're talking about shortcomings. We're talking about shortcomings or problems. So we're talking about drawbacks compared to the Lovelace test. So here we're going to say answer C. Bailey Gibet does not introduce these problems. Question number 39. شايفين هنا السؤال pronoun. أنا عندي noun. ركزوا على noun. بنتكلم عن إيه بقى؟ It cannot ultimately determine whether blank is capable of independent thought. بنتكلم عن الكمبيوتر، البروجرام، مش التاست ولا anyone. بنتكلم عن البروجرام. Here 39 only give it B. Number 40. For another, it's a system of intelligence based on users' reactions rather than one programmer's knowledge. ده بيسألنا على apostrophe. Users' reaction. So users لازم يبقى plural عشان في كذا reactions كتير. Reactions plural, okay? Rather than on programmer's knowledge. I don't see a problem here. Rather than a programmer's knowledge, I don't see any issues. The programmers بنتكلم عن one programmer, I guess. عشان مش نقول مثلا knowledge bases or something like that. There's no indication المفروض يبقى plural. So كده we're gonna go with C غلط عشان هنا بيقول لي singular. D غلط, noun, incorrect. D غلط, double apostrophe. So مهما كان لو مستغربين من ناحية programmers, these are all incorrect no matter how you view it. دايما نيجي نعمل elimination بنركز على الأسئلة اللي عارفين هو غلط، مش بس اللي بنشك فيها. الشك مش كويس. اللي احنا عارفين هو غلط بن identify and we move on. Question 41. Which is a transition to the sentence that follows in the paragraph. مش هنخلص من موضوع transitions ده. مش هنخلص. The programmer knows everything that has been put into the system. He or she is the best position to judge whether something inexplicably original has been generated. Okay, so البروجرام يعرف كل حاجة عن السيستم. By emphasizing the programmers, the Lovelace test produces a more definitive measure of intelligence. صح؟ عشان بيقول لنا بقى Lovelace test ده بالprogrammers عارفين what's good, what's bad, اللي شغال, اللي مش شغال. So here we're going to go with answer A. باقي الإجابات هيبقى off topic. Number 42. The programmer knows everything that has been put into the system. This is a comma splice. It's a comma splice because we have an independent, comma independent. صح؟ برضو لسه عندنا comma splice. So that this is incorrect right here. So we're going to go with answer D. Wow. So here we have an independent idea, right? Wow, semicolon fanboys. Interesting structure here, but it's not wrong. You can have a semicolon fanboys. It is acceptable. Question number 43. Which choice best sets up the claim that follows in the sentence? Another transitional sentence. But their objections should not be seen as trashing the value of Lovelace's influence. So هنا بيرفضوا حاجة وبيرفضوا فكرة. Some computer scientists argue that products claiming to use artificial intelligence today possess little or no true intelligence. No, we need objections, right? Some argue that it may be impossible for a computer to pass the Lovelace test, right? We're going to go with answer B. This is an objection. حاجة مستحيل تحصلها، حاجة مش مفروض يحصل. إجابة C و D ما فيهاش objections. And finally, number 44. They should not be seen as trashing the value. Not trashing. This is a very informal word. It's undermining. So when you undermine something, ترفضها, you object to it. This was test 18. You can learn anything. Mr. Sema, out.